All right, I don't want to cause any confrontation, but I think pork belly burnt ends are a little overrated. Don't get me wrong, they are delicious. The problem I have with them is they are a little too rich and there's just usually too much sweetness and fat going on with them. So this pork belly recipe is what I've been doing instead of pork belly burnt ends. It's easier, tastes a lot better, and you can use all sorts of different flavors with this. We're going to do a barbecue route on it here. Go ahead and I'm going to show you how to make this delicious pork belly recipe. We're basically going to be making thick strips of pork belly grilled to get them nice and crispy, nice little texture and crunch on there after we smoke it. So I've got this piece of pork belly. This is half of a whole half of a pork belly that I got. I've got 2 full slabs of pork belly from a whole hog that I had got from a local farmer. So this is some quality pork as well. The other half of this I'm making bacon. Be sure to subscribe because that video is going to be coming out soon. But let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how easy this is, and we're going to be doing this on the pellet cooker, but I've done this on my pit barrel cooker. I've done it on my master build. You could do it on any grill you want. It's just kind of what you're using or what you have. So let's get to it. So pretty much get your pork belly. Whenever you're picking out a pork belly, try and find one that's got a good mix of meat and fat, because sometimes you'll see them where they're just all fat, and sometimes you can't avoid it. Like you can see on this end, we got a lot of fat here. But this is why I like this recipe, because once this is done cooking, we can either cut strips off like this, or we can cut strips off like this. So you're gonna have this part of it's gonna be fatty, but you're gonna get your meaty part. Whereas if we do pork belly burnt ends, these pieces here are just gonna be super fatty. So depending on what route you're going for flavor is gonna depend on what rub you use, because you can do an Asian inspired pork belly on this, and you're gonna obviously use Asian rubs. I'm doing barbecue today. That's what I like doing. So I'm going on with my homemade barbecue rub. I have a video on how to make this along with a few other delicious seasonings. I'll put a link at the end of the video. It's super simple and it's great on everything, but it is fantastic on pork. So we just get a nice coating on there. And I'm doing the fat side first, because since I'm using my pellet cooker, I'm gonna put this fat side down because the pellet cooker puts off a lot of heat in the bottom, so I don't wanna overcook the meat side. I'd rather just really cook this fat, break it down. If this gets burnt up a little bit, it's fine. The fat tastes delicious when it gets all burnt up like that, whereas the meat will dry out. It's not ideal to have that get overcooked. If you're using a traditional offset, you might want to go fat side up. That would be fine. And then when I use my pit barrel again, I do the fat side down because you got all that heat right underneath it. All right, so get it flipped over. And we finish the seasoning on the meat side. This is skinless too, if you didn't notice. You're gonna want a skinless pork belly. And there we go. All right, so I've got the pellet grill already fired up, warmed up. Let's take this out and get it on the smoker. All right, we're out at the Z-Grill's pellet grill. Fantastic pellet grill, love this thing. Got it set to 250 degrees. Like I said, we're going fat side down here. And I like to get it to the right side of the grill because your fire pot's right over here. So most of your direct heat's gonna be coming from there. And actually, you know what I might do? Just spin this a little bit because your thick end is here and in the back. So I'll protect that thin end right there. And I'm going to be monitoring this with the ThermoWorks RFX meat probe, wireless meat thermometer. It's a fantastic meat thermometer for wireless capabilities. So love using that thing. See how small it is. All right, but let's close this up and let it smoke. All right, so the pork belly is at 180 degrees. That's around where I like to bring it up to before I add it to some barbecue sauce in a pan. So it's been cooking for about 4 hours now, so that's a timetable of how long it might take. But let's go ahead and make this barbecue sauce. All right, excuse the noise, I apologize. It's lawn mowing day. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with some Worcestershire sauce. I only have a little bit left, so I'm just trying to use it up. But I like putting this in my sauce anyway. All right, so the next ingredient is the important ingredient, apple cider vinegar. I'm probably gonna go with maybe a cup or so, maybe a cup and a half. We're gonna need a decent amount of sauce, so that's probably about a cup and a half. And some yellow mustard. Any yellow mustard will work. I'm using Dijon. Then ketchup. I like the ketchup and mustard to kind of thicken this up. Then I'm going to add some molasses. You can use honey if you don't have molasses. I really like the molasses in the barbecue sauce. Then some of that barbecue seasoning. So whatever barbecue seasoning or seasoning you used on the pork belly, just add it to the sauce. Probably about a tablespoon or so. Then go ahead and give it a mix. You want it in between like a thin vinegar sauce and a traditional thick barbecue sauce. A little more on the thinner side probably. All right, and there's our sauce. So let's go out there. We're gonna throw this pork belly in a pan, dump some sauce on it, get it covered, and finish this cook up. All right, let's check this pork belly. See, it's coming along real nice. So I get this thermometer out. Yep, pull that. Oh, look at all the juice coming out of there. That is a juicy pork belly. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's check this back side. See, it's got some nice color. Get our pan. We want to put that side down. Actually, we want to put the meat side down now because we want to make sure it gets nice and tender. And that's going to be the part that's sitting in this sauce. So now, just go ahead and take that sauce we just made, dump it all over the top, get a nice coating on there. And then that bottom is just going to cook in that sauce there. We get ourselves a piece of foil. Get her back in there. I'm going to set the grill to 250 degrees. So this shouldn't take too long. So we're going to let it cook for another hour. We'll come back out and check and see if it's at the tenderness and ready to pull off. So let's let it cook. All right, so it's been an hour on the pork belly. Take a look. Oh, yeah. Bubbling away nicely. Now you just want to take your temperature probe and check how tender it is. You still want some resistance because we're going to have to slice this up. We won't want it completely falling apart. That feels pretty good. We got a temp of around 200, 199. That is perfect. So now all we're going to do is take this off, and you're going to bring it in and just let it cool off. We want it semi-cool so we can slice it up, and then we'll get it on the grill. So I'm going to take this in, let it cool down, and then I'll see you to get it sliced up. All right, so I let the pork belly cool down for an hour or two, and you want to let it cool down because it's going to make it easier to slice. So let's go ahead and get it out, and we're going to slice this up. Just going to drain off some of this excess sauce. Now you can cut it either way you want. I usually cut it on the shorter side, so you have shorter pieces, more of them. Now, if your pork belly's not squared up real nice, I just like to square up by cutting off a chunk off the end here. You can see this is a nice looking piece right here. But after you cut it off, just go ahead and throw it back in the sauce there. Then we're gonna go ahead, get some pretty thick slices, maybe about a ½ inch each. Find the serrated knife works best. Something like that is what you're gonna want. And again, just put it back in that sauce. So I'm just gonna go ahead, get these all sliced up, back in the sauce. And then we're gonna take these out to the grill and finish them off. So I will see you out there to grill these up. All right, so we're out at the Monument Grill's propane grill. I like doing this on a propane grill because you get a really nice crust on these. You can use whatever grill you want. Gas works the best. So all you're gonna do is take those slices, make sure you got sauce all over it. And we're gonna throw them on there. Gonna have some flare-ups because there's a lot of fat in here. I have to burn my arm hair. One more to go. All right, so by the time you get them all on, this one should be ready to flip back here. See, nice char. Doesn't take long. Like I said, it's already cooked. We're just trying to get a nice char on them. Get these off. Got a bad flare up over here, so check that out. It's a nice pork belly right there. I'm just pulling these off to control this flare up. All right, so look at those. You got to be quick with this because they cook quickly. So let's check this one. I need a little more time. They're just about done. All right, so these should be good. I'll turn these off. I'm going to pull them off, get them back in that sauce, then I will bring you back out to check them out and give them a try. All right, so these are done. You can see how delicious they look. And like I said, I love these better than pork belly burn ends, and I think they're a little easier. When you grill them there, you do need to be careful. Also, if you don't have a gas grill, you could probably crank up your pellet cooker, get similar results, but maybe they'd have to be on there a little longer to get a nice crust on them. And if you're using a gas grill, just be careful of the flare-ups. You got to kind of fiddle with the grill, make sure you don't get a disaster on your hands, but it is worth the effort. Check that out. Nice grill marks on here, nice and crispy. And this meat, unlike a pork belly burn end, it's still not as tender. And you get a good mix of meat and fat, where with the pork belly burn ends, sometimes you get a lot of fat with those. So what I usually do with these, I'll take them, just dip them in that sauce again. And then I'll even sometimes, if I'm serving it at a party or something, chop them up into little pieces for people to try. But we'll go ahead and just kind of tear one of these apart. Probably do need a knife, but you can see nice and tender, and they're hot. Charred fat adds fantastic flavor, so let's go ahead and give this a try. So good. It's got a really nice porky flavor. Again, this was a local pig, so it's got better flavor than something you buy at the store, but it's not nearly as rich as a pork belly burn end, even though it's made from the same meat. It's just the way you prep it and cook it. The meat's still got a nice chew to it. It's got awesome flavor, but also that charred fat, like I just said, is so good. That sauce is perfect. Heavy vinegar sauce goes great with pork, everyone knows that, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe right over here. Leave a couple videos for you over here to watch. I'll leave my seasoning video, and I'll do a review video of the Monument Grill's propane grill because I absolutely love that grill. But most importantly, get out there and smoke something good.